And we're going to start with the tropics tonight as there has been a lot of interest and boy, a whole lot of those hype clickbait posts on social media of what could possibly happen in the Gulf and all these scary pictures. Right now, there is nothing there. There is really no reason to get worked up because there isn't anything that we are tracking. This is an area of potential development, but probably not until early next week, early to mid next week. Probably not even going to see anything over the weekend with regards to some organization. So let's kind of take a step back. Here's what the potential steering could be, where this something could go. As we get through the week, again, we're starting today, ridge of high pressure building in. That's the reason why we're expecting a drier but warm stretch of weather through the weekend. That ridge kind of elongates, but generally still over the Gulf South. So we stay dry through early next week. The ridge breaks down with this deepening upper trough. Now, early computer model runs, this is from the GFS, has this little wave getting into the Gulf, maybe north of the Yucatan, and kind of a big split in the models. And there still appears to be generally two camps with the models. One, feeling the impact of this upper trough and getting drawn toward the east, or not really feeling the impacts and kind of slowly moving maybe toward the western Gulf. That's kind of what the models have been leaning toward, but certainly nothing written in stone by any means. So these are the questions that we're going to be looking toward next week. Again, we've still got days to go before even something tries to form. What enters the Gulf? Is it nothing? I mean, it's still possible nothing even forms, or is it a stronger system? Where does it come in? Is it east of the Yucatan, west of the Yucatan, more Bay of Campeche, over the Yucatan and north? When does it enter? Because that will also be very important to the steering currents as to where that system could go, exactly when it starts to enter the Gulf. A graphic I'd shown in the earlier newscast was the comparison for next Sunday, the 29th of September, from the Euro and the GFS. The Euro had it in the southwestern Gulf. The GFS, as of the earlier runs, was off of the coast of Savannah, Georgia. Well, the latest run had it already over Quebec, Canada. So what the thinking is that this could be kind of a slower, longer delayed per the Euro and maybe a very quick moving system per the GFS. But that's a change in what the earlier runs of the GFS were saying. What we're going to be looking at early next week is that Central American gyre. Notice all these little circulations. Which one actually tries to fire up? Models have been leaning towards something kind of off of Belize and eventually moving into the Gulf. The GFS is trying to grab onto something maybe a little bit more farther east, which would draw it maybe toward the eastern Gulf. Euro has been trending a little bit more to the west and generally keeping it off to the west. So the models, and even in each of the ensembles, are still very much split. Something that I use all the time, especially during hurricane season, is when you go farther out from today, the quality of the forecast drops. And with this storm and with nothing even there yet, you're kidding me if you're trying to forecast this system out for a week from today when there isn't anything even in the Caribbean. We'll be watching it closely, but right now there isn't a system to track. Got some showers that are off of Buras moving away from us, and we're under clearing skies as we had a few lingering showers late in the evening. Very pretty with the colors. They're kind of playing around with the colors again. I kind of like watching the bridge as even you get this like little wave going across the Crescent City connection. 81 degrees our current reading. Dew points are in the 70s, so about where temperatures are, 70s, low 80s. May fall a few more degrees through the overnight, but nothing very dramatic. What we're hoping, though, and it still is being indicated by models, there's some slightly drier air to our north, and we may get a bit of that to move south right along the coastline. Could see dew points drop more 60s as opposed to the mid 70s where we had been. So I'm hoping that we get into that slightly less muggy air for the coming days, which ought to make it feel maybe a little bit more comfortable. Although high temperatures with the ridge of high pressure building over us, we'll still be getting into the upper 80s and lower 90s. So a little less muggy as we head into our weekend. Final days of summer tomorrow and Saturday, and you're not going to feel anything different on Sunday. First day of fall still at 90 degrees. We're into the 80s next week, but watching the tropics very closely.